Sigourney Weaver, welcome back to the show.
It's so fun to be here.
Oh, good. They love you. We love you. Please. I want to talk about Star Wars. I want to talk about everything. First of all, thank you for playing Password with me.
Oh, I know. That was so much fun.
I knew we were going to do well, yeah. We are very lucky to have you on, and every time you come on, I like to mention your dad, Pat Weaver, who's a broadcasting legend. But your dad created, your dad created the Today Show and the Tonight Show.
Yes.
So because of your dad, I'm lucky enough to have this job and get to have great guests like you on the show.
Oh.
So,
and because of my dad, I get to come on your show.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. Thanks, Dad, yeah. I was looking at this cover of this magazine, and it's been 40 years since Aliens came out. I can't believe it's been 40 years.
I know.
And this is, you got nominated for an Oscar for this one. This is the sequel.
I did.
Yeah.
I did, yeah.
Can you believe it's been 40 already? Gosh. And they got...
Well, a bunch of us are interviewed in the magazine, and we couldn't believe it was 40.
No.
Felt like yesterday.
I mean, your role, Ripley's been heralded one of the greatest film characters of all time, but by numerous lists. How does that feel when you hear things like that? You're like, oh yeah, that was good.
Well, it's not necessarily about me. To me, it is one of the greatest written roles.
Yeah.
And it's structured so well. She begins as a sort of outcast, and then she's brought back in to the last situation in the world she'd want to be in. And no one listens to her, of course, because she's a woman. And then she manages to save everyone she can.
Yeah.
Because she's good.
That's right. Iconic.
Yeah.
Iconic role. And I actually heard that there's a line read that you initially weren't happy with the way you delivered.
That's true.
Which line was it, and how did you deliver it differently?
It's a little embarrassing.
No,
the famous line,
yes.
"Get away from her, you bitch." I come out in the power loader, you know, where I've been practicing in that for months. And I come out and I stop, and then I said, first take, I think, "Get away from her, you bitch." And the acting student said to myself, that's the wrong way. It should go down. "Get away from her, you bitch."
Ooh.
But Jim Cameron said, no, I love that reading. We're going to keep it.
So you kept the first one?
He kept the first one.
Yeah, that's the one that became iconic. You're like, no, I should be going down.
I know, I know.
You know,
I have a little footnote every time I say it.
No. Well, I mean, you've been in so many, giant franchises now. You've been in Ghostbusters, you were in Avatar, and now you're in Star Wars.
I know.
How many franchises? You're unbelievable. You're one in a zillion.
I know.
It's amazing.
You can never have enough.
Yeah, you can, yeah. Yeah. What is it like when you got the call to be in Star Wars?
I was stunned. I'm not that greedy. I don't sit around thinking of what other franchises can I be part of.
No.
And this was a franchise I had loved from afar and never expected to intersect our orbits. And but of course, I'd always wanted to work with Jon Favreau. I admired Pedro Pascal, and I hadn't met Grogu yet.
Is he as cute as he looks?
I have sat next to Grogu now a number of times, and he is so real, and he is irresistible, honestly, I have to say.
Yeah.
And I have already offered to Jon that I can do the soundtrack for him because I can do, after studying him for a while, I can do.
Oh my God! You could be the voice of Grogu. You could be the voice of Grogu.
Yeah.
How many puppeteers are involved?
5.
Wow.
But you never see them.
No.
When I did the scene, the first scene that I do with Mando and Grogu, they kept him alive the whole time. He was always like trying to get my food, etc. And I didn't realize, but they were under the table, keeping him going.
Wow. So even between takes, he's in character.
Yes, exactly. He never went, you know.
No.
Yeah.
No. So he is alive in your head. He's real.
I am convinced.
Yeah. And Pedro Pascal. Oh my gosh.
I know.
What's it like getting to that guy? He's
I know.
unbelievable.
He is divine. I think he's such a wonderful actor, performer, dancer, right?
Yes.
I don't know if he sings. He probably does. And he's just such a lovely guy.
Yeah. The film is fantastic. How do we set up what's going on or who you play?
Well, I play Colonel Ward, who came up in the rebellion as a cohort of Princess Leia, that generation. And she's now a commander on a base way out in the middle of nowhere in the Outer Rim, where there are still a lot of, evil Empire warlords, going around terrorizing communities and stealing and killing. And so my job is to root those guys out before they somehow get too much in the way of the rebellion and squash this little fledgling republic. And so I hire what I think is the best, but then I'm staring at a guy in armor with a helmet and a little green person who only seems interested in food. And I have to, without looking in this man's eyes, I have to look at these two and go, yes.
Yeah, I trust you.
They're the
You are the
perfect
best
guys.
chance we got. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to show a clip here. Sigourney Weaver in
Okay.
Star Wars: The Mandalorian and Grogu. Take a look.
This is worth a lot more than the bounty on that imp.
Well, let's call it an advance on the next mission.
What next mission?
Commander Coyne, our missing ace of staves. No one knows what he looks like, and most believe him to be dead.
Not a lot to go on. What's the play?
I want you to go to Nal Hutta and meet with the Hutts. They've agreed to lead us to him.
What's in it for them?
Their nephew is being held against his will by another crime syndicate on the Outer Rim, and they need a professional to get him out quickly and quietly.
Where is he?
They'll only tell you in person.
You got a name?
His name is Rodda the Hutt, the only surviving heir of crime lord Jabba the Hutt. You ever cross his path?
I tried not to.
So, do we have a deal?
I only hunt down Imperial war criminals. I don't work for gangsters anymore. Especially the Hutts.
That's right, you don't. You work for us. And right now, this is what we need you to do.
That's what I'm talking about. Come on! That's how you do it right there. Congratulations on the movie. And thanks to IMAX, everyone in tonight's audience is going home with tickets to see Star Wars: The Mandalorian and Grogu in IMAX. Sigourney Weaver, everybody! Star Wars: Mandalorian and Grogu opens in theaters and IMAX May 22nd. More Tonight Show after the break. Stick around. Come on back.